Hi everybody and welcome to Photomikes Garage. I got a bit of a problem with my 2001 Viper GTS behind me. It's making a squeaking noise which is driving me crazy. So I can't handle it anymore. It's coming from the passenger rear. I've got the tire off, as you can see behind me, and I've got to find this squeak. Help me find the squeak. Now, because of the exhaust, you can't really hear the squeak. But can we see anything unusual? Okay, I think I spotted it. Can you see that the caliper is moving in and out? That means that probably the rotor is warped. And I know you can't hear it, but there's a little squeak every time it moves out. So I have a warped rotor here. That could be the cause of the squeak. Okay, now you can hear me because the big V10 is quiet. Okay, so it looks like I have a warped rotor and it's making a squeaking sound because every time the caliper comes up to that warp, it moves in and out, because this is a floating caliper. So this part of it actually just floats on the rotor. So if the rotor is warped, it's going to move in and out, just a little bit. That's what I think is doing the noise. So if I can take this rotor off and take it to a machine shop, they can flatten it, just take a little skim off metal off to make it true, and there you go. Okay, so my next step is to get this rotor off. 2 bolts on the back of this caliper, we'll take that off. The rotor will come straight off and take it to a machine shop and we'll see what they say. Okay, to take off the caliper bracket, all you have to do is take off these 2 bolts here, one here and one down there. These are 18mm bolts. Take those off and the caliper will come right off. 2 caliper bracket bolts are off and the caliper will come right off, just like that. Now we want to hang this someplace so that there's no stress on the brake line. But as you can see, the rotor is going to come right off. Rotor comes right off. Okay, once we got the rotor off, we can see that there's a minimum thickness that it can be worn down or turned down to, and that is 20.4 millimeters. It's probably okay, but let's measure this to be sure. Now, I've got my digital calipers here. Not the best way, but this rotor doesn't have much of a lip, so I think I can get an idea of where we're at. So let's just see what it is. 20.71. That is very thin. 20.29. Oh boy, we're in trouble. They're not going to turn this rotor. I tell you that right now. 20.3. That is below minimum spec. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this rotor, she's junk. She's junk. I can't turn this one down. It's too thin. I got to throw it away. All right, it's been about a week. Here's my new rotor. Now, I admit I got the cheapest rotor that was available. I'll put a link where I got this one. I think I paid about, I don't know, it'll be in the link below, but I think I paid around $70 for this rotor. Because remember, it's for a Viper. It's not going to be the cheapest rotor you're ever going to find. It's pretty special, so I think I'm pretty lucky to get it. But the quality, I don't know. We're going to find out. I'm going to put this sucker on, and we're going to see. Okay, the new rotor measures in at 22.6. Okay, so I don't know what's normal for a new rotor, but this means that this is about 2 millimeters thicker than minimum thickness. So I've got 2 millimeters to go. I guess that's quite a bit. And okay, that looks okay. And we'll use a little bit of brake clean just to clean the surfaces. Then we can put the caliper back on. Okay, because I have a new rotor here, which is 2 millimeters thicker than the old one, the brake caliper won't fit. These brake pads are brand new. The brake caliper won't fit over it. In other systems, you can push in the piston on the caliper to push it in, and then you fit your brake pads in, and then it will go over the larger rotor. But in this case, we have a special one. You can see by these two little slots here that this one, you got to rotate it, usually with a special tool. You got to rotate it that way to make the piston go in. You got to rotate it. That's not easy. Okay, so there is a special tool, but I was able to turn the piston one complete turn, which pushes the piston in, and that should hopefully be enough to get the brake pads on. Now what I used, vice grips. I don't recommend that you do that. You can see that it did tear up the edge a little bit right here. So don't be like me, get the proper tool. Don't be impatient like me. But anyway, I got it rotated, so now we got to fit these on, which is going to be a bit of a struggle because I know it's going to be very tight to fit over this new rotor, but I'll get it done. Okay, as you can see, I did get the caliper on. It was a bit of a struggle. You do have to have a special tool to push in the piston, to rotate the piston in so there's room to fit the brake pads over the now wider rotor. But I got it done. Okay, and new rotor, old rotor. Okay, so I think this is going to get rid of the squeak. I'm going to put the tire on and maybe tomorrow I'll take the car for a test ride, see if the squeak is gone. It should be gone because these are nice straight rotors. That took care of the problem. There you go. So thanks for watching Photomikes Garage. I will see you next time without any squeaks.